Aha, there you are. Good to see you. Your appointment with Sangonomiya is fast approaching. We should get going. Are you ready? We'll start by heading to the camp on Watatsumi Island, and then we'll go meet Her Excellency together from there. If you start to feel seasick at any point during the trip, let me know straight away. That said, you've spent time with the Crux fleet in the past, so I think you'll probably be fine. Ready? And away we go!
insolent. Erase all threats.
Here we are, the training grounds for Watatsumi Island's troops. Right now, the resistance is predominantly made up of local soldiers from Watatsumi Island. Some of them are fighting with the Shogun's army in Tatarasuna, and some of them are stationed here on the island to keep the locals safe.
Did you used to train here too?
Yep. Unfortunately, I had to join the fight in Tatarasuna before I'd had the chance to impress the I'll be staying here for now. If you need me for anything, if I'm not around, just write a note and stick it on the wall. Shoot! It's nearly time for the appointment with Her Excellency. I'll have to show you around Watatsumi Island some other time. For now...
So, Sangonomiya is the name of the place where Sangonomiya Kokomi lives? Huh. Let's go check it out.
Food supplies are the absolute top priority, period. We cannot afford any losses. With the conflict between us and the Shogun's army getting more intense by the day, we must prioritize the stability of the rear guard.
Understood. I will think of a way.
Take heart. We have a fresh batch of supplies in hand, and I'm working on expanding the army. I appreciate that the lack of manpower has been hard on all of you, but things—
We're expanding the army? Oh, that's great. Whoever this mystery supporter is. Huh? Tepe, might I—
VIP guests of Her Excellency, that's who. I'm acting—
Oh, really? Wait,
Seriously? What is going on with these rumors?
you've come a long way. I'm sure you must be here on pressing business. Your Excellency, I'll take my leave.
Your Excellency, I couldn't help but overhear Okubo mention something about—
Not long ago, someone wrote to me saying that they wish to support the Watatsumi Island resistance effort. To that end, they also furnished us with a great deal of supplies. Thanks to them, we can finally start recruiting troops on the scale we need to openly confront the Shogun's army on the front line. I am not without my doubts about the whole affair. But Watatsumi, the sender's conditions were also reasonable. Whatever other motives they may have, we are at least naturally, we shouldn't let our guard down. If you discover anything out of the ordinary—
Your Excellency, does this mean that the food at the front line is gonna get any better? I was at the field hospital the other day, and—
Don't worry. I've already made arrangements for that. Everyone will have their fill of meat. But to be clear, still no alcohol.
That's fantastic!
I understand how hard it's been on everyone. The Resistance Army's rations have barely changed at all since the Vision Hunt decree. I will discuss this with the Logistics Division to— However, our supplies are still limited.
When will the Vision Hunt decree finally end?
That's the question. And I'm afraid I don't have an answer. The mere existence of the Vision Hunt decree is baffling. The Tenryo Commission's zealous support for the decree seemed to come out of nowhere, and I suspect the Vision Hunt decree won't end until these mysteries— Traveler, to confirm. Knowing the current situation facing Watatsumi Island— Good. I hereby appoint you as captain of the Watatsumi Island Special Operations Unit, Swordfish 2.
Whoa, what? Swordfish 2? Is this the same sort? It's hard enough getting into a special ops unit at the bottom rung, let alone jumping to captain in one fell swoop.
Although this appointment breaks with convention, I firmly believe that with your wisdom, courage—
Great! So when do we take up our post?
The members of Swordfish 2 are currently on standby in a valley to the southwest. Ronin have been causing trouble down there lately. I have already written your appointment letter, which you'll need to show them on arrival. Once that's out of the way, please lead them in ridding the area of Ronin. The Special Ops Unit comprises Watatsumi Island's elite soldiers.
What about me, Your Excellency? Any battles you need me to get involved in? I want to make a contribution to the Resistance too.
Of course. I'll arrange something and brief you shortly.
All right! One successful operation coming right up! You may have swiped the cap—
Okay, sure. Well, be careful out there. Well, traveler?
Ah, you must be the new captain of Swordfish 2. Her Excellency briefed us in advance. Your reputation precedes you, and the appointment letter is all in order. But I still have my doubts. I'll be straight with you. I want to know whether you have what it takes.
You mean, like...
Normally, a duel would be the quickest way to settle the question. We're stationed here because of all the Ronin causing trouble in these parts. If you can get...
All right, let's...
Now you shall perish!
There is more!
Okay, seems like you can hold your own. The rumors are exaggerations, of course, but still, your ability... Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kotoku, acting captain of... I now formally cede the position of captain to you.
There are 2 hard-hit areas. This was one of them, but thanks to you, this area is now secure. That said, the ones over there are tougher, and there's more of them.
You got that right. Watatsumi Island is busy fighting the Shogun's army on the front line. We can't let these guys...
That's not even all of them. They have 2 more camps nearby. Whichever camp we attack, it's the Ronin in the other 2 camps that'll cause us issues. They might decide to provide backup or abandon them and escape on their own. But Captain, that would put you in great danger. If we spread our troops too thin, we won't have enough men to guard you. It's too risky.
Yep, the Traveler eats amateurs like these for breakfast.
All right then. We'll deal with them all in one go.
Let's get down to business.
You're stuck now!
Illusion shattered!
This is order.
I'm going in!
Going out.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Finally,
There is no escape!
the fairy. Gather. All before
Shine down!
Got something for ya.
solidify. Order guide you.
Illusion shattered!
This will end you. Stabilize.
Now you shall perish!
Over.
Ha!
Ready.
This is a new one.
Stabilize.
That should be the last of them. You didn't get hurt, did you?
Captain!
Captain, the other two camps have been cleared. The entire rearguard of Watatsumi Island is now secure.
Great! We solved the Ronin problem. But what's next?
Finally, we got it done. These Ronin have been bugging me for ages, but...
What? No way could you have taken them down without the new captain here. I was putting the safety of the team first. Got it?
Oh, come on. You were just being a coward.
Hey, cut the attitude! These guys, honestly. Forget them. Let's go.
How was it? Did your initiation go smoothly? I'm sure you're playing it down a little. Kotoku and the others put you through your paces, but with your level of ability, I'm sure it was a walk in the park. Since you're back, I take it that the Ronin are now gone from—
You bet! We sure showed them.
Good. Now we just need to make sure Okubo keeps a close watch to prevent— Thank you. I believe in rewarding merit, so I gave him an assignment. He's taking part in a surprise— He expressed a desire to be on the front line, so Now, speaking of assignments, I have—
A special—
Yes. In between Watatsumi Island and Tarasuna, there are some ruins relating to a god who fell in the Archon War. There are several small islands there, often used as a transit point when transporting supplies. Recently, however, supplies stored there have started to go— Stranger still, the Resistance Army passed by and reported they found no signs of danger. It's not urgent, so there is no need to leave immediately. I suggest you take a few days. When Teppei returns, you can catch up with him. Then pick a day—
Is Teppei really gonna be a— He has a tendency to dive into action without thinking things
Long time no see. So, how's Swordfish 2 treating you? Getting along okay with everyone? Well, you're in luck, because this raising their pay will boost morale, while giving them a few bounties will act as an incentive to go the extra mile.
Wow! Where'd you learn all that, Teppei?
I read it in a novel from the Publishing House. It was a long time ago.
You're seriously gonna use a novel to tell people how to run an army?
Ha ha! That's where you underestimate me. That's right. I'm learning military management on the— You'd better believe it. Thanks to my outstanding achievements in the recent naval battle, I have officially been made the captain of— It's a brand new unit. Herring 1. What do you think? Pretty awesome. I spoke to Her Excellency, and she says our uniforms are in production. Let's go collect them together once they're ready. I can't wait to put them on.
Will Paimon get a uniform too?
Of course. You're—
Captain, a new assignment has come in.
Thank you, soldier. I'll be there on the double. All right, I better go. You'd better watch out, partner. At the rate I'm going, I'll over—
Ha! And you're—
I wouldn't be so confident if I were you. I'm at the top of my—
Paimon's so surprised that Teppei's been made a platoon captain. Let's take a break then.
Ooh, you're taking me out?
Yikes! A huge launch! Was it drawn out by the electro energy?
I will have order.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Surrender in allegiance.
Torn to oblivion! There is no escape!
Order guide you.
Illusion shattered!
Solidify.
Adventure time! Everybody stand back!
Now you shall perish!
Phew! Glad that, as monsters go, that one was pretty tough. But what's such a... It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, the good thing is that it's over now. We should probably get going. Huh?
Didn't know you were the ones. I just got back from delivering some supplies to the front line. I figured I'd stop by and clear any...
Are you alright there, buddy? You're looking...
I'm fine. It's nothing. I must have caught a cold a couple of days ago while I was on my way past. I heard that someone had just arrived on the island to investigate. If there'd been some real danger, I might have had the chance to be the hero. Shame it was just you guys.
Pepe, don't you think...
Now that you mention it, it could be that the Tatarigami is more palpable here, I guess.
Urabashi?
A god. Look, there's the corpse over there.
Ah! It's a gigantic snake skeleton! Oh, it looks terrifying!
Orobashi was the one who brought our ancestors from Enkanomiya to the surface. That's the origin of the Watatsumi Island you know today. Our ancestors regarded it as a guardian deity. But during the Archon War, Orobashi invaded Yashiori Island. The Raiden Shogun came out in person and slew Orobashi with the Muso no Hitotachi. That same slash also formed what...
The Raiden Shogun created Musojin Gorge in one slash? What?
Yes, but the Archon War was brutal. And Yashiori Island was completely destroyed during that battle. They say the Shogun lost something very dear to her along the way, too. Since Orobashi's death, there has always been some animosity between Watatsumi Island and the Shogunate, but our different beliefs have nothing to do with why the resistance was formed. We only rose up to fight against when Orobashi attacked civilization. The Shogun stood up, but now that the Shogun is stripping people of their ambitions with the Vision Hut decree, it's time for someone to... All right, I'm heading back. I was just dealing with some of the Shogun's elite samurai, so I think I'm gonna take a quick breather, and it's on. You should report back to Sangonomiya as soon as possible. Hey, don't worry.
Tepe's sure made some big progress if he's already dealing with Shogunate samurai. Let's report back to Coke.
Need help? I'm here.
Clear skies can do nothing to hide the brilliance of lightning. Divine bolts...
Kokomi, we're back! Oh, look, Goro's here too! What happened?
approximately how many people are exhibiting these symptoms?
I haven't had the chance to do a full count yet.
Kokomi,
Recently, some of our soldiers started showing symptoms of accelerated aging. I called them in for questioning and found out they'd privately acquired some secret weapons from our sponsor. Most of them are highly ambitious types, vehemently opposed to the Vision Hunt decree. They've been using these new weapons secretly since getting a hold of...
So that's why the war has been going unusually well. But risky secret weapons are not the answer. We must put a stop to it immediately. Goro, have you managed to acquire one of these weapons?
Most of the officers refuse to hand them over. Still, I did manage to get one.
Do you know something about this?
So that means our secret sponsor is the Fatui?
But why would the Fatui do this? Forget that. There's no time. Right now, we need to inform the whole army. All soldiers who have shown symptoms are to be taken for treatment. Wait
a second. Speaking of soldiers with... No! Surely he can't have... let's go check up...
Oh. Hey, guys. What are you doing here? Just a moment. Let me get up. Oh, right. Yeah. I haven't had time to give you the full details of fighting the Shogun's army at sea, taking on... If only I were stronger still. The stronger I am, the more I can do for the Resistance. Wait a sec. Where's my... It wasn't long. They gave it to me and said that... It's just like a vision, isn't it? Of illusion. So, what's the difference between a delusion? Gosh. Well, I suppose it's not too surprising that I've been getting more and more tired over the past few days, and I have this... At first, I'd find I was a little more beat than usual after a battle. This is a real shame. Guess I didn't receive the favor of the gods after all. Hey, would you do something for me? When our uniforms are ready, grab mine for me. Bring it. What's that look for? Don't worry, partner. As soon as I've rested up, I'll be right as rain. Right as rain, I tell you. As soon as I've rested up.
Tepe! Hey! Where are you going? Hey! Tepe's breathing is getting weaker and weaker.
How's Tepe's condition? I have put out the order to seize. The vast majority are showing some loss of vitality, but sadly, a few have been...
Your Excellency, I'm planning to establish a dedicated field hop. The soldiers are up in arms about the ban, though.
Okay, I'll leave you. This whole fiasco is certain to be a blow to morale. What are your thoughts? No, the Sakoku decree is still in force. So they're deluded to organize an operation of this scale. They will have had to mobilize a huge amount if we want to stop them. We have to destroy the factory where the delusions are made. It's dangerous to go alone.
Your Excellency, given the urgency of the situation, we were hardly discreet when confiscating the delusions. If we spend any longer amassing our forces, they will get wind of our plans and make their escape.
Very true. I gave this some thought while you were confiscating the delusions. The side of the factory must... Not many places meet these criteria. And if we take the locations where our soldiers... going to stop you. We have lost too many courageous fighters already. I don't want to lose you too.
Huh? You mean to the delusion factory? Really? You aren't gonna think it over first? Fine.
I will have order.
There is no escape.
Don't be a killjoy. Only just begun.
This'll pack a punch.
You can't run.
Illusion shattered.
Take cover. Order guide you. Gather. Some quiet.
Inazuma shines eternal. Shine down.
Solidify. I will have order.
The hunt is on. I'm going in.
You need to hurry up. Fry. Stabilize.
Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion.
Feels clogged.
So, is this what delusions are made from? So much crystal marrow. Where have we seen that? Wait a second. Are they getting this from Rito?
Solidify! Order guide you!
Looks like I...
Illusion shattered! Ha! Ha!
You're stuck now!
Gather!
Know how to get me going.
Let's light it up!
Gather!
Missile pack punch! Teamwork is dreamwork!
This one's done! This is order!
Let me amuse myself.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Who can I find who might... The more, the merrier.
There is no escape!
This is a new one!
Illusion shattered!
Amuse myself a little. Look at me. Just once.
Stabilize!
Yikes! It looks dangerous. We'd better watch our step or we might get hit.
Solidify! Gather! Stabilize! Solidify! Solidify!
Intruder spotted! Do not let them impede the work of the Harbingers.
You'll never get out of here alive! Solidify! Joy, we've only just begun.
There is no escape!
This one's a fighter. Ever seen one of these?
I see through you! You can't run!
Let's light it up!
Illusion shattered!
Got something for ya.
Killjoy, we've only just begun. This is bad. Get it together. Stabilize. Stay right there.
Now you shall perish!
All you got? You can't run. Order guide you. Killjoy,
The hunt is on. Everybody stand back!
There is no escape!
end this quickly.
Adventure time! On, gotta fuck.
Illusion shattered!
Got something for ya.
Solidify.
Inazuma shines eternal!
This body belongs to ice and snow.
You actually managed to find this place. Congratulations.
So, you're another Fatui Harbinger? Like Senora and Child?
Senora and Child. I didn't know you and my two least reliable colleagues were acquainted. I'm the Balladeer. Number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. Delighted to meet you, oh mighty traveler. So many visitors today. To what do I owe the honor? Oh, so that's what this is about. I think you've got the wrong idea. I know how this looks, but I'm just here to follow orders. I'm obviously not the mastermind behind this. Aren't you supposed to be pretty tough? What are you waiting for? Go get them. You're getting all worked up over nothing. Didn't have you down as being so weak.
How can you say this is nothing?
How can you call it anything more? It's the way of the world. Human life is worthless. They were always going to die, with or without a delusion. At least having one gives them a chance to fulfill their ambitions. Do you have any idea how useful the Vision Hunt decree is to us? It took a lot of work to make it happen. Obviously, it was in our best interests. Good news is, our hard work is finally paying off. Generating conflict creates a big market for delusions. Now we just let the promise of power draw in the weak. For just a small price, they get the feeling of controlling the world, trading their life for supreme power. Pretty good deal, don't you think?
So, the Fatui started the Vision Hunt decree? You've been behind it all along?
From the outside, Inazuma looks pretty impenetrable. But on the inside, it's a land of opportunity. With a little effort, we were able to break them down from within. Eternity stretches things out over a long time, but each moment within it becomes all the more fragile. Take your friend in the Resistance, for example. There's nothing you can do now. He's a lost cause. Just like a bubble on the water. Beautiful for a moment, then total destruction. The more it takes from them, the more tightly they hold on to it. And the more incompetent they are, the more determined they are to fight it. It's such a farce. You have to see the funny side.
Hey, calm down!
That's it. Just like that. Embrace the anger. Embrace it! The wrath of the gods fills this factory, and it feeds on your anger.
What's happening? Get up!
Repeat after me. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Oh, you recognize me right away. Your brain seems relatively unscathed. This is good news. It's just as well, really, with the amount of effort it took me to get you back here. Honestly, it was like you were glued to the ground back there.
Nico? Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something. How come you're acting so differently from when we first met you?
Am I? Maybe it's because I had the other Shrine Maidens leave. Anyway, I've always been like this. People show you whatever side of themselves they want you to see. I know this for a fact. Every side of me is the real me. People just like to define things in all sorts of arbitrary ways. This is a human society. At the moment, anyway. And I'm just doing as I please.
Paimon didn't quite follow.
Study humans a while longer, my little friend. You'll see what I mean.
Right! Paimon was so focused on the Traveler that Paimon didn't notice what you did to get Scaramouche off our backs!
What if I told you it was a secret art from the Grand Narukami Shrine, and that I had the balladeer down on his knees, begging for mercy in an instant? Would you believe me? Well, maybe you should be worrying less about that, and more about how exactly you're going to thank me, no? Maybe some of your neural circuitry is less intact than I thought. I didn't mean you had to be so formal about it. I need your actions, not your words. The delusions. They're still on your mind, aren't they? You needn't worry. The leader of Watatsumi Island took some troops to clear the place out. She's also issued a strict ban on the use of delusions across the whole army. With their stronghold exposed, I doubt the balladeer is stubborn enough to try and retaliate now on his colleagues' behalf. It would be more trouble than it's worth. I must say, I would relish the opportunity to watch the Fatui getting a taste of their own medicine. Well, anyway, that Sangonomiya Kokomi, she really outdid herself this time. I'd love to have another chat with her again in person, but alas, belief systems can be such a hindrance sometimes.
A hindrance? Should you really be saying that as the Gucci of the Grand Shrine?
Anyway, I'm only telling you this to stop you worrying so that you can focus on something I need you to do for me. You've met her, right? I'm not talking about the puppet. I mean her. You've met her, yes? Yes, the true Raiden Shogun, who meditates endlessly in the plane of Euthymia to preserve her being. Her name is A.
Are you saying that the one we met at the ceremony was just a puppet? And the real Raiden Shogun is the one that the Traveler met later? And does that mean that when the battlefield changed, so did the opponent?
Because this is the Raiden Shogun's eternity. Before pursuing the eternity of her nation, she had to reach eternity for herself. Since the physical body will eventually turn to dust, she replaced hers with that of a puppet. And since the spirit is susceptible to erosion, she placed her consciousness inside her sword, where she remains in a meditative state, free from all disturbances.
So, that place that she carved open with her sword...
The plane of Euthymia. Essentially, the world inside her mind. A place that typically only allows her existence. She shuts herself off in her inner world, leaving all the affairs of the outside world to be dealt with by a puppet, who has a singular focus on the pursuit of eternity. This is the approach A has come up with for realizing eternity. You mean Morax? It's been a while since I last saw him. A surprising decision by Liyue's Archon. What a fascinating god he is.
It seems like the Raiden Shogun's approach solves the problem Zhang Li was facing, though.
Perhaps. Or you could take the view that she's acting like a little child, throwing a temper tantrum and locking herself in her room. Don't you think? The grand notion of eternity she once held has long since given way to the eternity of her own definition. And ultimately, her eternity is defined by fear. The fear of loss. The truth is, we are on the same side. You want to save the people of Inazuma from the Vision Hunt Decree. So do I. The only difference is that I'd rather like to save this nation and save A while we're at it. The key is that the plane of Euthymia represents A's inner world. Defeat her there, and you may well have the chance to shake the Raiden Shogun's will.
So this is your plan? To abolish the Vision Hunt Decree? Not by talking her out of it, or through an armed resistance, but by, hopping inside the Raiden Shogun's inner world?
You're a fast learner. In short, this is the last chance to get Inazuma back on track. Otherwise, an eternity of darkness awaits. Don't you realize how special you are? Remember, the plane of Euthymia is a space where only she is allowed to exist. That you have piqued her interest. Perhaps it's because she has never seen an individual who is so unpredictable in the face of eternity.
Has no one else ever been in there?
None. No one has seen the devotee of eternity since she shut herself away. In fact, no one even knows what it looks like in there. Your existence is more than just an opportunity. It's the very key to all of this. To that I say, well done, child. You did not disappoint me after all.
Wait, you're leaving? Where are you going?
Anti-Raiden Shogun training. I've prepared a special program just for you. Come along.
Of the electro art.
gonna do it here? And what's this mechanism for?
Think of it as a catalyst that can reproduce the Raiden Shogun's combat moves. I made it from my own memory, which means it should be perfectly accurate. Unless, of course, her skills have declined. It'll give you a chance to figure out her moves in advance and come up with a counter strategy. That should be a big help, don't you think? The aim is to try to not get hit by the attacks. Since you've escaped certain death at her hand once already, I presume this shouldn't be more than you can handle.
Gather! Gather! Solidify! Stabilize! Stabilize! Solidify! Solidify! Quake! Stabilize! Order guide you!
Let's light it up!
Solidify!
Everybody stand back!
This is a new one.
Solidify! Stabilize! Solidify! Careless! Gather! Nothing to fear.
Off we go. Let's light it up. Ever seen one of these?
What a workout! So how come you know so much about the Raiden Shogun?
You mean, perhaps it's because I'm the Electro Archon's servant.
What? Like Devalin is to Barbados? Huh. Never would have guessed by looking at you.
It sounds like you'd be more persuaded if you saw me in my fox form. In your dreams.
Aw.
More curious than my appearance is the fact that she and I don't see each other anymore, wouldn't you say? A nation to last for all eternity is a dream that she and I both share. But I don't think that's the same thing as complete stasis. At some point, she started going down a path that became increasingly difficult for me to join her on. You know, A never said goodbye to me before she stepped into the plane of euthymia. Perhaps it's just my wishful thinking, but I think she did this deliberately, as her way of keeping our friendship eternal. By neither saying goodbye nor seeing me again, our relationship will remain forever how it was. In her mind, at least. We've embarked on two very different paths to eternity. I can either continue to maintain the status quo or do whatever it takes to bring her back on track, regardless of the cost. I have chosen the latter because if stubbornly isolating herself in the plane of euthymia is her idea of eternity, then my duty as her eternal servant is to drag her back out of her own head and into the real world.
Aw, Miko, you sound like a really great friend.
I'm only telling you this so you can properly understand my plan. Could you possibly spare the sentimentality for the time being? Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. Time for Anti-Raiden Shogun Training Phase 2.
There's a part 2?
Stabilize!
There is no escape!
Missile Pack-a-Punch.
Gather!
Torn to oblivion!
Stabilize!
Going in! You're stuck now!
Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal!
We're finally done! How did we do?
You did quite admirably. I could see your determination and your hard work.
So, do you think we're ready to beat the Raiden Shogun now?
How do I put this? You're no match for her at all.
Wait, what? So all of this was a complete waste of time?
You are the most important part of the plan. I know what I'm doing. Speaking of, Traveler, what do you think of the Resistance Army's chances? You're absolutely right. Perhaps they occasionally best the Shogun's army in open battle. But when they considering even their visions have been taken from them and embedded in the statue.
You don't have to be so blunt. The Travelers that...
I don't mean to. It is precisely because of their helplessness, because their visions have been taken from them, that their will, in short, if everything goes according to plan, they may yet prove to be helpful. Oh, goodness, is that the time? I have another guest to receive today. We can talk more back at the Grand Narukami Shrine.
All of the sudden, you're entertaining guests? Paimon's really struggling to understand how you work.
Okay, we can talk here. You asked me about the plan. In fact, I've been mulling it over for quite a long time. Before one makes a plan, what is the most important thing one must do?
Don't know. What is it?
You must understand the situation you are facing. The Vision Hunt Decree was obviously devised as a means of manipulating the Shogun. The ones behind it knowing full well her susceptibility as a puppet, with a single-minded focus on eternity. Yes, this is the strongest piece of evidence we have to go on. Now, we also know that every aspect of the Vision Hunt Decree's promulgation and execution has been enthusiastically spearheaded by the Tenryou Commission from the...
Ayaka was saying that every time they submitted a petition against the Vision Hunt Decree, the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions would veto it straight away with no negotiation.
Yes, it's all too clear that both the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions are in some form of... Thus, the current situation is that our Fatui antagonist is still at large, has the two... Unfortunately, given that said antagonist is under the protection of two commissions and the Raiden Shogun...
So, what should we do?
It will be easier for us to start with someone from Inazuma. So my plan is... to incite rebellion in the Tenryo Commission.
Rebellion? What are you talking about? After everything you just said,
When I say rebellion, I don't mean betraying the shogunate. If we manage to convince her, I'm quite sure we'll be able to get you another audience with the Raiden Shogun. I'll give you a clue. She's currently in charge of the Shogun's army. She visits the shrine at this time every month. She also appears to be standing right behind you.
Don't move a muscle. You've got some nerve showing up here in the shrine when there's an active warrant for your arrest. Don't even think about trying anything. Surrender now. You're coming with me to headquarters. Seize her!
Affirmative.
Kujusara!
It seems that you're forgetting. This use of force here is strictly forbidden. Before you proceed, which of you would like to face criminal charges for dishonoring the Shogun,
Ugh. Guji-ai, please tell me you are not sheltering a wanted criminal here.
We are just friends. I don't see what sheltering has to do with it.
All of you outside.
As you wish.
Guji-ai, I'm a little curious. Does it not also dishonor the Shogun to hide...
You're the same as ever, Kujo-san.
As a servant, loyalty to the Shogun is my duty. And as a warrior, I dedicate...
Even though she will one day seize your vision too?
The Vision Hunt Decree is the Shogun's chosen course.
Oh, it's tragic. Such wholehearted devotion rendered meaningless by circumstance.
Lady Guji, I need you to be direct.
The Vision Hunt Decree is a trap. Part of a Fatui plot to bring Inazuma to its knees. And your masters, the Kujo clan of the Tenryo Commission, they're the ones keeping the truth from reaching the Shogun.
You're saying the Kujo clan betrayed the Shogunate?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Guji-ai, your allegation is not only dangerous, but ridiculous. The Tri-Commission, ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, I have seen and heard nothing but pure devotion toward the Shogun. He reveres the Muso no Hitotachi more than anyone. My own respect for the how could he ever even dream of acting
3 days. Come back here in 3 days and I will show you the evidence. As a Guji, there's one thing I know very well. People believe whatever they want to believe. Some things you do not see, simply because you do not wish to look. And so, it falls to me to place the truth before your eyes, in all its ugliness.
3 days? I'll be here. But if I don't, she will have to come with me.
Wonderful. Then I'll see you in 3 days.
That was so scary! Paimon, but Miko, you mentioned...
Why are you always asking so many questions? Of course not. As plans go, changing the deity's mind is a huge gamble to begin with. We can't...
Okay, but what are we gonna do?
If we want to get our evidence, we're going to need some help.